today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Tennessee Titans taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 19 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
This defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in a victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. They'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They begin with Henry, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis. That's complete to Treylon Burks. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now Willis on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the Titans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Willis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Willis. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Third and 2, Willis. And Ingram hauls it in. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
7-7, our score after 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
It's complete, Burks. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Jaguars! Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, You would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Willis looking to throw it. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, here's Willis. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, Willis to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now Willis on 3rd down. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Right back to the air with Willis. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Sly able to put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Play action. It's Lawrence. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence
out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Cam Akers.
An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with the touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Flushed out right. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Cam Akers
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Forced out, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Second down, here's Willis. And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. So we reach halftime, and what's been a...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
On play action, Lawrence.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Yeah, he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they get.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Micah Parsons
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They go play action now. Lawrence
rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now a throw here to his running back, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On first down, Willis. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there, not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Second down throw coming by Willis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. 1st and 10, Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Willis wants to pass it again. They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to go up top again. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence, he'll buy some time right. Going for it all. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to hit. Willis takes a hit, and the ball is free.
And the Jags grab it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player. Here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Lawrence will throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the pylon, caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here's Lawrence.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Point after. Right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On first down, Willis.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Willis looking to throw on first down. That pass taken in by Burks.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Willis.
And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
This is caught. It's Kirk. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now Lawrence.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the stat